Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you may be. So today's build is pretty exciting. In honor of the new paranormal stuff pack, I wanted to build a haunted house, but I wanted to build a haunted house with a twist. So I have already built a haunted house before the pack came out, and that is up on the gallery and up on my YouTube if you want to see that video. I will probably link it below if I remember, but I wanted to build a house for Guidry, who is Claude Rene Duplantier Guidry, or Guidry for short, and he was the ghost NPC introduced in the new pack, and he often appears in haunted houses, which this house is actually not a haunted house, because when I went to set it as a haunted house, it wouldn't let me and the option didn't show up. So it isn't a haunted house, but if you would like it to be, it's super easy to fix. Just download it off the gallery and then change it to a haunted house and it will be no problems. So Guidry is known for being in a permanent flirty mood in his death, and when he was alive he was always very flirty. According to the Sims Wikipedia looking thing, he was actually bisexual, and he was known for dating both men and women, including Temperance, who is, I think she is like an evil female ghost that also appears in the game. So I wanted to build his house, and in the description of objects they had like his favourite chair, his favourite love seat, they had like a bird that he kept with him until his death apparently. It also has been said that he died in a Murphy bed accident, so I thought it would be quite fun to include a Murphy bed in his house just to resemble his death, because, you know, if it's not there, where? So I imagine that as a ghost he possibly died in his own home, maybe he had guests over and was putting down the Murphy bed and that's how he died. That's how I imagined it. So I made this house very much an entertainment looking home. It's still quite small, it's a very small house, but I included as much of the new paranormal stuff that I could, which was really exciting. I really love the new pack content. I think it looks so pretty and it goes so well with everything that's already in the game. I also really like that it's not necessarily specific to a paranormal house, like you could use this in any house, and I will continue to use it in like all my builds now. So this house is 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom in the upstairs, and then there's a bathroom, a seance room, kitchen and lounge room downstairs. The second bedroom is interesting, however, because I didn't actually close it off using doors. So I don't actually know if the Sims can walk through the new curtains, but instead of doors I had 2 archways with curtains covering them, because I imagine it's kind of like a second sitting room upstairs, but because it's got the Murphy bed, that's like your 2-in-1. So he can have guests stay up there, have Sims stay the night. If you want to live in this house as Guidry or as your own Sim, you can do that as well. If you invite someone to stay the night, they can sleep in the Murphy bed. Hopefully you don't die putting it down for them. That would be rather unfortunate. That's not really the most romantic way to start the evening now, is it? So as you can see, we are still working on the exterior of the house, and I really like what I did with the seance room. This whole house was kind of me testing out different things and trying different ways to build things, and I'm really happy with how they all worked out. So the seance room is in that little column at the back, and I had the table and chairs and crystal ball down the bottom, and I opened the roof up so it's just one long big open area, and Guidry's bedroom actually has a little kind of archway that he can look over into the seance room, which I'm not sure why you would, but because he's a paranormal investigator, I'm not sure if he was in his past life, but I just imagined he was. So I did that, and I used the Strangerville windows with the pointed one at the top and then just stacked a bunch of the normal rectangular ones at the bottom, and I really like how it looked. I think it's so fun. I've never really thought to stack windows like that before, or like stack any of the windows really. I often just use the new features to move them closer together. I don't actually stack them, but I think I should because it looked really cool. So I ended up going for kind of a dark color scheme to begin with, because in my mind it was already haunted, but I realized it probably wouldn't have been, and I don't imagine Guidry being someone who enjoys having a more gothic, black, dark coloured house. So I did change it. I, about halfway through, went through and recoloured everything. I made it a lot more red and a bit more sultry, if you like, if that's what you want to call it. Yeah, I made it very much a place that I imagine he would live in. I put lots of pictures of himself around because he just seems like the type that would have pictures of himself in like every room, which is kind of funny. I'm not sure why. It just made me laugh. So that's what I did. I also put a few outdoor balconies. I didn't go like too crazy in the outdoors because I don't know, he just seemed like a bit of an indoors entertaining man to me. I think I might have put a hot tub in as well, which is definitely not like period appropriate, but I think it was quite fitting. He definitely would be a hot tub kind of man. Like you just know by looking at him that he would. So I went ahead and did that. I spent quite a bit of time working out the floor plan as well, because just nothing was working. I didn't know how I wanted to have it. I wanted to have 2 bedrooms because I knew I wanted to have like a guest bedroom, and then when I started working in this room, I knew I wanted it to look over the seance room because I just thought that'd be fun. I don't know why. Maybe it's better for the spiritual energy. The moon can come through more. I don't know. I really liked it. I really like how this room looks, especially with the exposed brick or the stone. And there's a tiny little office next to it, so you can use that. It is fully functional, this home. I made sure of that. So everything you need is here. As you can see now, I'm kind of going around adding in the black curtains, and I really did make everything so dark. I think as I started to do the lounge room, I realized, it just seemed so gothic and so out of character for Guidry, and I was like, that's not gonna do. So now I went around and made everything red, and I ended up changing it to mostly red and white kind of colour scheme. I think I changed the exterior brick as well, because I don't know why I thought I should make it black, but it just did not suit. So I was really happy after I changed the colour scheme. I was kind of in like a trust the process phase because it was not feeling right, but it worked out in the end. I'm really happy with how it looks. I had so much fun building this, and I really had a lot of fun getting to play around with the new pack and see all the new items. They're all really beautiful. I haven't had a chance to play with much of the gameplay yet, but I am looking forward to it. I think it'll be so fun. And I've seen a few Let's Plays already of people playing with it, and I just think it's such a good pack for a stuff pack. I keep forgetting that it actually is a stuff pack. I had to double check a few times, and I was like, are you sure this isn't a game pack? Because it was really good. It came with heaps of items, and I mean, compared to Luxury Party, anything's a good stuff pack, so yes. Anyway, we're nearly done with the build. I really didn't spend that much time working on it. I got it done so quickly, and it just worked so well. Normally I spend so much time having to go through and change everything and fix things up, and nothing works for me, but this one worked really well. I'm really happy with it. I did use a Pinterest photo again for the exterior because I feel like I can't build without having some sort of inspiration. And I've tried before, and they usually end up looking a lot worse. They're usually quite interesting shapes when I don't have some sort of reference. And it's just nice to have like a starting point and something to look at to make things make sense. Which this does. So that was good. It was nice when things work out. I haven't play tested it because I always forget, so it should be fully functional, but I can't guarantee it. I hope so. It makes, like, I leave way too much space around objects anyway, because I never trust that Sims can walk through a half tile gap, because they're kind of dumb. I hate to say it, but the Sims are kind of dumb. I don't think they can walk through a half tile gap. They need like a full tile gap, because I don't know. I don't trust it. So I always try and leave like a full tile gap around everything, which makes my homes a lot bigger than they probably need to be. They could definitely be much smaller, but it's fine. It is what it is. So I really love the new cow plant that came with this build as well. It is definitely one of my favourite items, and I'm so excited to play with it more in the future. We are into the screenshots now, so I'll leave you all here. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you enjoyed this, it will be up on the gallery. All my information will be in the description, and if you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button for more content like this, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys!